Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode. Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Chevy and the Gang. We are your number one channel for motherhood, self-care, leisure, all that. Take care of yourself. Today I'm here with Yes, and we're going to do a little parent talk. Today we're going to discuss cell phones with kids. Correct age. Which age do you think is appropriate? I'll let I guess start.
Okay, so I'm a mom of two, and they are under 5, and I think cell phones are inappropriate until they meet teenage years. Children are unresponsible, and I think giving them cell phones at such a young age gives them access to too much. You've been seeing it everywhere. Little girls getting kidnapped because they're meeting people on social media websites. They're too trusting. They don't have the knowledge that you have. I feel like 13 would be an appropriate age for a cell phone when we meet those teenage years after we've gotten past the Mother Nature talks, the correct talks with girls, protecting yourself, everything that needs to be talked about, safety, no spots, and thereafter we can bring in a cell phone. But introducing a 5-year-old to a cell phone to keep them occupied is crazy to me. Like, I would never.
I'm definitely against the cell phones to the younger kids. I would say it's bad enough with everything else we have to monitor. You have to monitor YouTube. You have to monitor Roblox. You have to you're constantly having to monitor in a cell phone. They're always with somebody. They're either in school or with an adult. They're not at the age where you could actually leave them by themselves. So what would be the purpose of them having a phone?
You legally can't leave the child by themselves until they're 12. So that's why I said 13.
Yeah, so, and baby, I'm old school. We got a house phone.
Yeah.
Call me on the house phone. Or we got cameras in the house. Talk to me through that camera. You can push the button and talk to me through the camera.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like giving them access to so much leads to so much. We already living in a generation of children who are sexually active. I've heard some children say 8 years old, 9 years old, they begin. So I feel like giving them that access opens up that door and that avenue so big. Parents already try to act oblivious to the children being sexually active. So imagine adding additional technology onto that. We living in an already scary world.
Yeah, I think our kids are being exposed to way too much. Luckily, I'm a parent. My kids kind of have a boundary with technology. So they like technology. They like their iPads. They like watching stuff on their TV. But most of the time, they prefer to be out the door. They really don't ask for iPads and stuff until it's time to come in from outside. It done got dark outside.
So how do you feel about people who are going to say, well, you get them an iPad, so isn't it the same thing as giving them a cell phone?
Definitely not. They don't barely know how to text. Mine barely know how to text. With the iPads, the only numbers that they can call out is the numbers that are stored, which are their aunt, uncles, and it has a limit. So I set the FaceTime to a 1 minute limit. In order for you to go over 1 minute, I have to actually type in the code and approve it for a long amount of time.
Okay.
That's even with the YouTube, the games, all of that. The entire iPad shuts down at a certain time.
Okay. I took my boys' tablets.
And I don't allow them to take them to school. I feel like the teachers have enough. With elementary kids, students, it's so much going on between bullying, the teacher trying to get them to pay attention. A phone is like a whole nother distraction.
And then some parents say they give them to the children because of all the mass shootings. Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that phone call not gonna change if something gonna happen.
It's definitely not.
A lot of people said they started giving them the kids because of mass shootings or bullying in general. But I feel like if the lines of communication open with your children, they're gonna tell you about bullying. But there's nothing we can do at work if a shooter comes into school.
It's definitely not.
And I also feel like the cell phones wreak havoc in the schools. I feel like even when I give my teenager a phone, I'm not allowing them to take it to school.
They won't pay attention. I'm an easily distracted person. So, baby, it's going to take one little vibrate and I'm stuck for the day. Especially, like, I'm an adult. If I get on TikTok and start scrolling, I get lost.
And nothing gets accomplished.
For hours. So, it's like a brain is not fully developed. It's not even an adult.
Until 25, your brain doesn't begin to fully develop. So, imagine giving it to those type of responsibilities to small children. They don't even be knowing what a phone's at 90% of the time because they don't care. A lot of the things that we buy for children be for us, down to name brand stuff.
That's a whole nother conversation because
it's never ever what the child wants. Them children want love, attention, affection, and patience. Now I know as we get older, our patience get thinner, but that's all they really want. Like, they don't care about none of the materialistic stuff that we buy them for real.
They really don't.
They just want their mama, their daddy, their parent to be present. Just remember to check out when you need to, because you can't pour from an empty cup. But I don't think small children need cell phones. And I think we're using them as a pacifier to raise our children. That's the topic for another day. I'm going to say it. Y'all giving them children cell phones because y'all don't want them to bother y'all. Y'all don't want them to talk to y'all. Y'all don't want them to say nothing to y'all. Y'all using them to raise the children. And that's why we have a whole technology of children who can't read cursive, who don't know how to tell times unless it's a digital clock, who barely know their letters and their numbers, who don't know their multiplication, who can't read, because for the past 10 years, cell phones have been raising children.
I think cell phones was really pushed when we shut down for COVID. Because parents were stuck in the house.
It was before then, Fed. Think about it. It started when them $10,000 birthday parties started.
Baby, I ain't never been in that tax bracket, so I don't know.
Baby.
Because I could never see myself spending that much. We could have took a trip and been back.
And the $20,000 baby showers.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what it started at about then. Yeah. Once they started giving the children the phones to watch the stuff on the phones, the children become addicted to it. I found myself I'm not gonna hold you. My baby loved TV so much, I started giving him the tablet because he would go sit in his room and be quiet. And then one day the teacher sent home a notice that he was in the middle of the classroom throwing attention because he wanted to watch TV. I put that tablet up and then he come down for a year and a half. And it's gonna stay up though. And I only give them an hour of TV.
Look, Taylor them was sneaking their iPad to school, girl. In their book bag. How did I find out? One of them got mad at each other and told. And then that's when I went and put the parent lock on them. Mm-hmm. So you can take it out of here, you still can't do nothing.
Yeah, you do it because it's a convenience thing. It's like I'm a parent that work night shifts, but this started when I was working morning shifts, and Trent wasn't in school yet. Mm-hmm. So, it was just me and him before we got Trevion, and it was easier to give him his tablet and let him go sit in his room.
And the house to be quiet.
And the house to be quiet, so I wouldn't have to worry about being reported for loud background. And he would be in his room watching his Thomas on his tablet. But then when he got in school, he was expecting a tablet to be in school. Nobody ever took the time to teach them how to read, so they don't know how to read. And it's a lot of black men.
Yeah. One of my babies is struggling with reading, but his grandma help him. I help him. I have a tutor. I take him for tutoring. Granted, everybody can't pay for tutoring, but it's also resources because the social worker at the school just contacted me about a tutoring program called Seeds. So she sent his documentation in, so I'm waiting for them to contact me in regards to that. And they give...
Imagine not being able to point that out now and him getting all the way to the 5th or 6th grade because people just passing him along.
Yeah, they just passed him along. And it took for him, though, to get a teacher that actually cared. So he's in the 2nd grade. His kindergarten teacher cared. 1st grade passed. 2nd grade, she like, no. You already know. She said, yeah, we ain't doing this.
It's amazing for them to catch it now. Trent teacher is very, very, very like, I want him in summer school. I feel like he's not what he's supposed to be as in pre-K now. Sending work packets home. I'm like, show you the pre-K get homework.
Yeah, it's not so much homework. It's just the brush up on because you know they learn through repetitive skills. So if it's constantly repeating, then it's easier for them to catch on to.
And whatever he be doing, I let Trevion do it with him. I know that I'm just creating a barrier to where when he gets there, he'll know how to do it too.
Right.
And I don't allow him all that TV either. He be mad, but I don't care that you at home another time. We not doing no technology. He got to a habit where he come and take my phone, but it locked after 2 seconds. So he just be beating on the phone and saying, "Mommy, it no work. It no work. I don't want you with no phone, no tablet, no TV. You can go play with your toys." I just think that somewhere along the line we lost a generation of
and I don't
teachers.
think it's so much we lost it. I think a lot of the households are one parent households, and the parent is exhausted. It takes a lot. Like you're gonna work your shift, and then you still have to come home
and parent
and cook and clean
and show it emotionally.
Yeah, and they be tired. So like I kind of understand where they're going, but that also goes back to what that Yas said at the beginning. Like you can't pour from an empty cup, so you have to find some type of balance.
Balance is important. Even if you say, okay, I'm gonna do learning exercises with the children on these days, and on this day, it's a free for all. They can watch TV. Or I'm only gonna do it these 2 days, and the other days they gotta get it themselves. Do something other than putting that cell phone in their hand and saying, "Go on, get out my room," because we're responsible for them, and we have to remember that this is a generation that we're raising that's probably gonna have to take care of us. These are our doctors and lawyers.
I know. I don't know, y'all. That concludes our conversation for tonight. We'll be back for another mother chit chat, mother talk. If y'all have any questions, comments, or subjects that y'all want us to talk on, comment below. Or you can email us at shavyandthegang@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for allowing me to share my experiences with you guys. And until next time, take care.
Bye, y'all.